What's up, guys? Welcome to our flight today. Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to do a flight from Atlanta to North Carolina. It's going to be a fun flight. Uh, you may have saw the notification yesterday. Was going to do this flight yesterday, but had to postpone it due to an ISP issue. I was getting absolutely terrible upload speed yesterday. Um, Absolutely terrible. Couldn't do the stream. I was not going to do the stream. It was just going to be absolutely atrocious. It would not have looked good on stream, so I had to postpone it to today. I noticed that the upload speed was terrible from the moment I was getting ready to stream all the way until this morning. I reached out to the tech that came out to my house a month ago to check it, and he said there was some issues on the server side of things from the ISP. So figured, okay, we'll wait till today, see what happens, try to make the flight work that way. So fortunately, checked it this morning when I got up. Everything looks good. We're getting good bit rates, good upload speeds, so we should be good to do the flight. I was absolutely excited to do this flight, so I wanted to make sure the stream was good as well. So we're going to Mountain Air Airport, which is a private airport in North Carolina. But before we get there, we're gonna make 4 other stops before we get there, and at least one of these stops are gonna look very similar to Mountain Air Airport. All of them are pretty interesting and gonna be pretty intricate approaches to get into. Also, as the pinned message says, we're not doing live weather here because the weather over Atlanta and North Carolina right now is soupy. Terrible weather, not VFR flying weather, and we're going to be VFR into all of these airports. Also, we got Sarah in the right seat, which is a Say Intentions tour guide. So she'll be just giving us some cool pop-up information as we fly along, give us some cool facts. And of course, you guys can always ask her questions as well during the flight via the chat. And of course, again, if you're a channel member, you'll get a audible response from her. Otherwise, she'll just get your message if you're just a subscriber. But yeah, that's the plan. We're going to be covering about 230 miles here today, but shouldn't take more than an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to do the flight. I do have to go to work today, so we're going to try to get this done by at least 2:30 at the latest. But it shouldn't take that long. Again, we're going to get flight following out of here. We're currently at Puddleton, I think it's called, in Atlanta right now. Paulding, Northwest Atlanta. It's Kilo Papa Uniform Juliet. I'm gonna throw all of the information in the chat for the sceneries that we're gonna be flying to. So you guys have that information. These are all the sceneries that we're going to today. So that way you guys know what's happening here. Let's see what else we're gonna do. The tracker here, so you guys have that. Let's see what else do we have. Alright, I think that's about it for now. So we'll hop in. We're going to get the aircraft fueled up and go from there. We'll get some fuel going and we're going to take off and get out of here. So I'll show you guys what our route's going to be, what it'll be similar to being once we get in the air here, or once we get in the aircraft and go from there. But all of the airports are pretty close by. each other, except our first airport from here is going to be a little bit of a distance, but all the others are pretty close by. Also, we're going to be flying over our Mountain Air. We're going to fly over that airport to go to a different airport, and then we'll turn around and come back to Mountain Air. Should be pretty fun. Flight today, like I said, we're not using live weather, so it should go pretty fun. Should be pretty good. I'm just checking some other things here. We'll see. All right, let's go. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, if you saw the information yesterday, then you know that unfortunately we couldn't do the flight yesterday due to the ISP issues I was having, so postponed it to today. Again, we are in the Cirrus again. We're going to try to do some flying in the Cirrus. I've done quite a few little flights in this airplane just to make sure it was doing what it's supposed to. Just kind of flying around, do some things. It looks to be running perfectly fine now, so we'll see how it goes today. I don't think we should have any issues. But again, this is going to stay exactly the same throughout the entire flight. We are on live time. We're just on custom weather. So, yeah, here we are in the SR22 Turbo G6 edition. We're going to get it full of fuel. It's only 2 of us in the aircraft. We'll get the weight and balance going. Actually saying that, let me do that right now from this sim, since this aircraft is how it is. We're going to put my weight in here. We'll put her weight in here. But this should be a very fun flight. We'll just throw 20 pounds in the back. And then, like I said, we'll fill it all the way up and go from there. But the airport is a pretty nice looking airport. This airport is on flightsim.to. 90% of the sceneries here are on flightsim.to that are posted in the chat here. The only one that is a paid version is Mountain Air, which is from Orbix. But like I said, it's listed in the list of airports on here as well. So we got the fuel station over there. We'll get the airplane started. We'll taxi over to the fuel station to get some fuel and then be on our way. Like I said, we're going to be VFR. We'll pick up VFR flight following along the way as well. At least for the first airport, and then after that, we'll just kind of do our own thing, make our position reports, because the other airports are all very close to each other. Yeah, they're all pretty close to each other, so we'll just fly VFR, make our position reports. Actually, we may get flight following from 24 Alpha to NC06, because that's a little bit of a distance away. We may do flight following to there, is what we'll probably do. All right, let's hop in and get going, be on our way. Hop in. All right, let's get some things going. We're on the left tank already. We'll go mixture rich. Check the circuit breakers. We can't adjust them as in the circuit breakers, but we'll say that they're all in. For the sake of a checklist, let's do battery 1 on. Get that backlight off. Oops, nope, I want that on. We're gonna do engine. We don't have caps, unfortunately. They have it in here, but we can't actually do anything with it. So let's get going here. Let me check something else here as well. All right. Let's get the airplane on. Like I said, we're gonna just get it started, taxi over to the fuel pumps. All right, we got the boost pump on. Somewhat introduce fuel here. And let's get it started here. Avionics on. Just need avionics on long enough to make position reports. Turn it back off. All right, hopefully you guys can hear the aircraft good. Let me check the audio. It should be good for you guys. See, I'm just checking the stream here so I can see if it's running. We're getting good audio. Sounds like the audio is good, so we're good there. All right. It's not as loud in my ears, but it's coming through the stream good, so that's good. All right, let's see here. All right, engine started. We're good there. We're good. Landing light on since we're about to taxi. We're not even going to lean because we're about to turn it right back off here. And then we'll get everything up and going once we get over to the fuel pump. Let's go. Parking brake released. Paul to Northwest. Hold on, I'm not even on the radio frequency. Probably should get on the radio frequency. Let's bring some charts up. All right, 26, 22. Start moving around here.
1615 Zulu. Wind 160 at 5. Visibility 10. Scattered at 1000. Broken at 1600. Broken at 2400. Temperature 23, dew point 22. Altimeter 3013. Density altitude 2300 feet. Silver Comet Field at Paulding Northwest Atlanta Airport. Automated weather observation. Alright,
we're good there. We're on CTAF. Atlanta departures 21-0. We'll figure that out. Alright, we're good there. We just need to be on frequency. Paulding Northwest traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is taxiing over to the fuel station from the ramp. Paulding Northwest. Let's roll. This thing rolls fast too. And we'll get the airplane back on. We'll get everything set up correctly in the aircraft end. Really like the way this model looks, man. The stitching and everything, and this looks so good. We got a ton of traffic flying around as well right now. There was some aircraft that taxied in. We got a King Air out here. Looks like an old school King Air. It's not a C90. Maybe it is a C90. Kind of looks like a C90. Phillips 66 fuel. Like I said, we'll get over here and get some fuel here. off. Let's turn all these off. Off. I will leave nav on. Off. Set that to off. We go off all the way back the other way? Cannot. Only off that way. Alright, all's good. Alright, so let's get fuel. We'll just use the GSX menu since we can't use it any other way. Let me see, I don't think GSX is working. We can call for him to bring us fuel. Nah. Alright, let's go here. We're just gonna fill it up in pounds. Alright, this puts us about a little under 300 pounds under max takeoff weight, which is perfectly fine. We'll take that. Alright, we'll say we're fueled up. Yeah, it's raining and overcast and everything at all the airports we're looking to go to. So, like I said, we're using custom weather. We're not gonna use the live weather, just live time. All right, let's go fuel on. Put you back to left. Boost pump on. And we'll leave. We got nav light on. Alright, and clear prop. If anyone's around. Shouldn't be. And we'll get everything good in here. Let's go on. Alright, we got a good start there. Get it up to 1,000 RPM. Go ahead and lean her out now. Let's get everything else on though first. Mechanics on. Right, we're just looking for a RPM drop here for the lean. Alright, 1200 was peak. And we'll reach just slightly. There we go. Alright, let's get our weight and balance in. We're going to utilize the pad down here. Going to go full. And weight and balance. Let's get that. I would just say 5. Shouldn't take much. Enter. We got 30 minutes, which I think on this airplane is like 70 pounds, if I remember well. Let's go 190 on my weight, enter. Got 150, weight balance should be good. Baggage 20. That. Alright, and there we go. Everything checks out still there. We're still well within the envelope to be good for our flight today. Let's get our traffic up. Set that to operate. That all checks out. So you can see the traffic here on screen. We got, again, some traffic around us. Is that at 5 miles? No, let's zoom out. Let's go to 5 miles. All right, yeah, we got some traffic around us though. That's moving, flying into Atlanta most likely, because again, we're just outside the Bravo here of Atlanta. Literally just outside of us. When we take off to the north, we'll be out of the mode C 30 nautical mile ring. Kind of do what we want at this point. Alright, so for the flight plan, again, we're here. We're going to go direct to where we're going to actually like this better. I forget I can use the keypad and stuff. I'm over here using this last time I was in the airplane. We're going to November Charlie 08. It's going to be first stop. Yep, that checks out. Enter, activate. There we go. We got that in. We got a little ways to go. We're gonna depart here, and we'll cruise at around 6,500 feet. I believe with all the terrain around us, it's gonna be yeah, we'll cruise around 6,500 feet because it looks like the highest obstacles in the quadrant of most of these is 5,000 feet. We're going east. Actually, we'll have to do 7,500 feet is what we'll have to do. Let's get that set. We'll do 75. That's what we'll do. We should be fine there. Let's see, what else do we have? All right, we got charts for here again. We're looking at 5,500 foot runway. Airport elevation is 1,289 feet. We're on CTAF already. Departure will be 121 nothing. Let's see. Yeah, what is the distance here? Track ETA. We're going 92 miles. 045. Right now, though, we'll just do what the chart will be 3-1. So let's just set heading bug to 3-1 for now. Runway heading. Let's see. I don't think I can see any others. I know it's all on here. Alright, let me see which way is traffic pattern here. Alright, it'll be left track. Well, we're not even going to go left track. We'll be straight out departure and then a right turn on course is what we'll do. We don't have any Class Delta airspaces or anything around us, so let's see. Hey, Sarah, what's the background of the airport we currently are at? Let's see what she says about this airport.
Silver Comet Field at Paulding Northwest Atlanta Airport, KPUJ. Opened in 2008, named after the historic Silver Comet passenger train that once ran nearby. The airport was built to serve general aviation needs for the Northwest Atlanta region and is known for its modern facilities and scenic surroundings. It's a favorite among private pilots and flight schools due to its less congested airspace compared to Atlanta's larger airports. The airport sits on land that was once part of the Silver Comet rail line, which adds a bit of railroad nostalgia to every takeoff and landing.
Interesting, you say? All right, well, that's good info. All right, give me just a second, guys. Just a second. Alright, I had to create a ticket here for let's see. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go flying here. Get out of here. Alright, we got our track there. Let's go park and brake off. Again, we're going direct to. Make that turn here. And Paulden Northwest traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is taxiing via Alpha to runway 31, Paulden Northwest. All right, let's go. Clear right and left. Again, I haven't had any issues with the airplane, so hopefully, again, it doesn't make a fool out of me today. It actually stays flying just fine. I think it should, though. My recording went back to acting weird. Last time I did the recording, it was smooth. It wasn't making a sim stutter or anything. Today it is. Well, it was doing it yesterday too, I noticed, when I was just testing it out. This airplane taxis so freaking fast, it's unreal. And we're at idle. Yeah, once we take off, we'll contact departure. Let's get departure on standby. And while I'm saying it, before I forget the frequency, get 21.5 up. Alright, let's see. Get the chart off. We don't need it now. And again, we're doing a straight out departure here. I'm not gonna look at any yeah, so we're gonna be 3-1 straight out. Going to the destination there. Northeast is where we're going. So it should be pretty nice today. Very nice today. Again, we got our tour guide Sarah on board. She'll give us some insight here. All right, let's get strobe lights on. We can have ice light on too. It's fine. Let's see. We don't need pitot heat. See someone about to land here? Oh no, no it's not. Alright, got Frontier out there in the Delta around us. That's Frontier at 9,400 feet. And I think Delta's already south of us, the one that's at 7,200 feet. That's a Delta airplane. Alright, let's see. Pulled in northwest traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike, enter runway 31 for departure to the northeast. Pulled in. Alright, we're all squared away. Let's get mixture full rich. Get approach flaps going. Let's check and make sure we're good. We didn't do flight controls check. Aft. See the tail here. See the rudder. We can't see the horizontal. We can do it this way. Alright, we got everything free and correct. Let's go. Let's get our squawk code on though. Get altitude and 1200. Just forgot about that. Alright, squawk and altitude. Let's go. Approach in looks clear. Departure in looks clear. Let's get flaps back to take off flaps. Alright, we got 3-1 on the pavement. Departure in is clear. Let's go. Called in traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is departing the area to the northeast. Called in.
Cartersville, Georgia. Cartersville is known for its historic downtown and the Etowah Indian Mounds, which are some of the most significant Native American archaeological sites in the Southeast. The city was established in 1850 and played a key role during the Civil War, even serving as a temporary headquarters for General Sherman. Cartersville is also home to the Booth Western Art Museum, which holds the largest permanent exhibition space for Western art in the country.
I got power back to see. Alright, let's contact hello, departure Cirrus 256 Victor Mike, 7,500, about 15 miles northeast of Kilo Papa Juliet. I'd like to get flight following to November Charlie 08. Yo, what up, JJ? Welcome in.
Cirrus 256 Victor Mike, Atlanta approach, squawk 4745 and die 10.
4745 and I did 6.
Cirrus 6 Victor Mike, radar contact 4 southeast of Cartersville Airport at 8,000 feet. Cartersville altimeter 3012.
Victor Mike, copy. Alright, we're good. 75 minutes. You don't know how you got 8,000 feet like that. And approach, we're going to be VFR to November Charlie 08 is the destination. Kilo Papa Charlie.
Cancio destination noted.
It actually won't give us our destination. It's giving us something else. That's not our destination. It's giving us. Let's try that. See if it takes that.
Say again. All right, we'll get things up, and I believe this is a private airport. Yeah, this is a private airport, so we got no choice I can do for you guys on this. Comments, no comments. We got 22.9. Stay on the entire time with the takeoff and climb. All right, burning 18.5 an hour. Let's go back. flying near Waleska, Georgia, let me tell you about Reinhardt University, which is a notable spot in the area. Founded in 1883, Reinhardt started as a small school for local children and has grown into a full-fledged university with a beautiful campus nestled among the North Georgia hills. The university is known for its picturesque setting, especially in the fall when the leaves turn every shade of orange and red you can imagine. Makes you wish airplanes had sunroofs. Reinhardt also has a quirky tradition. Every year, students try to spot the Reinhardt ghost, a friendly spirit sent to roam the campus library. So, if you see any mysterious shapes down there, it's probably just a student pulling an all-nighter.
Let's bring the chart. We should have a chart. Not quite sure. Actually will. We'll see about it. Charts. It's not. That's it. I don't know again if we'll have a chart for it. Since it's private. Yeah, it doesn't. Alright, we got 2,700 feet land on the turf runway. Let's see how that goes. Let's see procedure for the procedure. At least setting up like a let's do that. I think we'll have to do no, we're not even gonna use that. Clear. Now you can see this. We'll fly this as we get to here. Depending on what it looks like when we get there, we may have to do 10 or 2. Just depends. 58 miles out. Across the ground, not bad. I really like the way this interior looks on this aircraft. Elevation is 2,000 feet, so pattern altitude is 3,000 feet. And this area is very nice. Actually, it does have some red stitching here. That's just a satellite image. Gotta be.
near Jasper, Georgia, let me point out the Appalachian Mountains, which stretch out below us. This range is one of the oldest mountain chains in the world, formed over 480 million years ago. So basically, they're the wise elders of North American geology. The southern end of the Appalachians is famous for its rolling, forested peaks and is a favorite destination for hikers, especially those starting the legendary Appalachian Trail.
Ah, good to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you have any other questions or want to know about something we spot, just let me know.
We also passed over the Great Smoky Mountain National Park as well. On this route, taking already used 8 gallons of fuel. We got a nice tail, so 192. Again, this is it's not real world weather to the actual weather that's happening in this area. We're not good on this flight today. So we're out in this circuit. Yeah, so far aircraft is doing perfectly fine for us. Like I said, I don't know what happened that day that happened. Yo, what up, Caleb? Welcome. Just going to flying here in the SR22. stuff. Ah, gotcha. Nice. What is it? 1 o'clock your time, man? You must have went to bed late. Well, you say you took a nap. So you're waking up from a nap. Gotcha. Welcome in, though, man.
Cirrus 6 Victor Mike, contact Atlanta approach on 126.975.
Since there are no major landmarks right below us, let me tell you about the closest airport. Lumpkin County Wimpy's Airport, also known as K9A0. This little
Over to 2697, Cirrus 60
mountains. The airport is named after Wimpy, not the cartoon character, but a beloved local aviator who was known for his friendly spirit and love of flying. The runway here is turf, which adds a bit of old school charm and makes every landing feel like a step back in time. Pilots often use this spot as a gateway to explore the nearby Appalachian foothills, and it's not uncommon to see vintage aircraft making a stop here during fly-ins.
Oh, is it this barrel one I think she's talking about? Hello, Atlanta approach, Cirrus 256 Victor Mike, 7,500.
Cirrus 256 Victor Mike, Atlanta approach. Good afternoon, switches altimeter 3012.
3012, Sig Creek. Alright, we are currently 28 miles out. November Charlie 08. Again, we got Sarah on board. She's doing the commentary here with this. See her? Oh, they don't have it. It's not from there. There she is. Autopilot. We're gonna hit 4 airports before we get to Mountain Air Airport. Like I said, the second one after we land here at actually called Tuskegee. I don't know how you pronounce this. It's in Hayesville, North Carolina. Hey, Sarah, how do you pronounce the airport? The identifier November Charlie 08.
The airport with the identifier NC08 is pronounced November Charlie 08.
Yeah, but what's the actual name of the airport?
The actual name of the airport with the identifier NC08 is High Valley Airport.
Nope, that's not it. It's not it at all. Oh no. Yeah, no, we're gonna do we got 4 legs here. 5. We're about to land at this airport that we're getting to, then we'll take off again and go to 57 November Charlie. Then we'll leave there and go to 24 Alpha. Then from there, we're going to go to November Charlie 06. And then our last stop is going to be Mountain Air to November Charlie 0. Yeah, you are early, on time, pretty much. So far, not bad. It's rained almost every day here, but wasn't too bad. How about yours? miles out, we'll start at the same down to 2,000. We're 16 now. So what's going on the 19th through the 21st? Let's see if it's yeah, so here's the airport we're going to right here. Yeah, so we're almost there. That's our little marker there. And this is where we're going right here. Right in this little valley right here. Straight ahead of us.
Cirrus 6 Victor Mike, contact Knoxville approach on 118.0.
And 6 Victor Mike, we'll go ahead and cancel flight following with you here and continue on.
Cirrus 6 Victor Mike, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
All right, Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Thanks for the help, 6 Victor Mike. Yeah, it's going to be right in this little valley here, if I'm not mistaken. So let's do this.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let's talk about Tuskegee Landing Airport, also known as NC-08. This unique air park is a residential fly-in community where aviation enthusiasts can literally taxi their planes right up to their homes. Talk about the ultimate garage. The runway is turf, which gives every landing a bit of an old-school touch and is especially popular with pilots who love classic tail draggers. The air park is nestled in the beautiful Tuskegee Valley, surrounded by the Nantahala National Forest, making for some truly stunning approaches. The airport was established in the late 20th century and has become a tight-knit hub for pilots who want to combine mountain living with their love of flying. It's the kind of place where neighbors might borrow a cup of sugar.
Right down here in this valley. And it's turf runway, so we gotta pay attention to that. Jeez Louise, I don't know how to change my OBS. this should be it right below us here. Right off our left wing. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that should be it right down here. Alright, let's watch our speed and descent here. Yeah, this is it right here. We'll turn around and we'll come back in and make left traffic here. Get down to 2,000 feet. Let's go approach flaps. Watch that descent rate. Gotcha. Get a lot of money if they cancel the price. They don't. What? How do they not get a refund? What do they just get a rain check? Get told to come back. We're gonna land that way and take off the opposite direction. And 2 squid traffic, Cirrus 256. Victor Mike is on the left downwind, runway 10. Yeah, we're gonna get some winds off these mountains here. Way out. We'll keep getting out a little further and then we'll make our turn back inbound. Damn that. Wow. They're trying to put them on another balloon, but everything done about. Ah, I got you. Wow, so no rain check, come back, be a different day for us to get you going. None of that. Alright, let's start turning inbound. Still out there. Watch our bank angle here. And 2 squid traffic, Cirrus 650 Mike is 2 mile final, runway 10. I see the runway there. This has got to be nice to live by here. 3 days and everything's free. Oh, they agree on all that beforehand. Gotcha. Alright, let's go full flaps. Knock it down. Push us up here.
Since we're in the area of Hayesville, North Carolina, let me tell you about the town itself. Hayesville is a small mountain town nestled in the heart of Clay County and is known for its charming courthouse square, which dates back to the late 1800s. The town is surrounded by the Nantahala National Forest, making it a favorite spot for hikers, kayakers, and anyone who loves the outdoors. Hayesville also has a bit of Cherokee history. This region was once home to the Cherokee people, and you can still find traces of their presence in local place names and archaeological sites. If you look out, you might spot the Hiwassee River winding its way through the valley, which has been a lifeline for people here for centuries.
That was absolutely terrible. Don't hit the cows. We're gonna hit the cows. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Let's turn around. Yeah, we came in way too hot. Way too high, too steep. Watch out, cows. At 548 per minute, that was absolutely atrocious. Went off the other end. I get back through the fence here across the road. That was absolutely terrible. I said the train would be busy and the hotels would be fun town. Gotcha. Let's see if we can get over here and park. Just kind of get a look-see and then we'll take back off. Try to do a soft wheel takeoff. I got it like my yoke. Oh, it's got it. Let's park right next to these guys. Yeah, hopefully that is the worst landing we'll have today. Hopefully. We'll just leave the airplane on for now. My neck and my back. Hey, cows look to still be alive last I checked. They were still walking around. That's what we're gonna say. Alright, let's turn off the strobe lights. Guys, let's turn that off. Strobe light to leave landing light on, ice light can go off. Now, hopefully we can get back out of here. That'll be the other part of it. It's actually a pretty nice looking scenery. The cows actually make it look pretty cool too. Like I said, now it's a matter of making sure we can get out of here. So we'll take back off in the opposite direction. That way, since it's more wide open. Yeah, let's hang out with the cows. Till the owner comes out. You killed my cows. And these cows are actually part of the scenery. It's pretty cool. There's cows on this end. I believe there's cows on the other end too. So they should do an event out there. Well, it depends on if I can. On what days that is. Well, you said that's in June? That's in June. That's like next month. So we should be able to do it. We'll see. You're just going to have to remind me close to that time. They won't just be on the ground, they'd be all chopped up. It'd be beef patties already. It actually looks pretty cool though. But this would be interesting. I'm guessing that whoever owns this hangar has to taxi across this little stream right here. It's not even a stream, it's more just a ditch. Have to go across that ditch, I'm assuming from here. Yeah, it looks like it's wide enough for an aircraft to taxi across. But this is pretty cool. This has to be very nice to live out here. It's got to be very nice living out here. Got the road that leads in here. Free cheeseburgers. All right. Go. Yeah, cars passing by. Fortunately, we didn't tear up a car either. We'll be owing money to whoever car we tore up. Cows, fence. This ends up being a very expensive trip. Let's hang out with the cows. Well, we didn't hit these guys, so that's a plus. Again, we got a little stream going down through here. This is a pretty nice area, though. Like I said, I'm pretty sure right now this is all socked in by soupy weather and clouds right now over this area. It is. It's raining over this area right now. I've got a man lift over here. I didn't even see this area over here. This is actually all pretty cool, though. It's a nice looking scenery. Got the little streams out here, little water source. Not bad at all. Not sure what those are in the water. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll get back going here and get to the next stop. Let's get back over here to the airplane. Again, we should be able to take off out here. We got 2,700 foot of runway. We'll do a soft field takeoff as best I can. Don't know how well that'll go, but we'll do what we can. Try to get into ground effect as soon as possible and get this airplane in the air. We'll check the flight log too and see if, the checklist, see if we have a soft wheel takeoff procedure specifically for the SR22. Get a nice screenshot here. Yeah, keyword best, exactly. Exactly. Alright, so with that being said, let's hop back in the aircraft then. Got a nice little screenshot picture here of the area. Let's hop back in and get out of here. Go to our next stop. We'll get that all inputted here. This is nice though. Alright, so our next stop is going to be going to 57 November Charlie. I think this one's public, so it should be pretty easy for us. Let's go direct to. Yes, Sossaman and Bryson City. Let's hit enter. Activate. That one is 24 miles. Let's see if we can get a chart on that. Oh, we can actually pick the frequencies and set it up. That's cool. Alright, so let's see, 57 November Charlie. Nope, wrong thing. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, enter. Again, no chart for it, it looks like. We got 2,100 for the runway on that one, and it's hard surface, so we got to do better on this next landing. That first landing was atrocious, so we got to make this up now. Absolutely terrible. Alright, so we're not far from that one, so we don't have very long to get set up, but we'll be going around, let's see, altitude for that place is 1,900 feet. So same apply, we'll try to get set up much better this time around. Let's see. Actually, this one's private as well. We got a radio frequency for this place. FBO. Nope, wrong thing. Comment. Marks. 28. Instruction use. Care on runway 28 approach due to possible downdrafts, especially during spring. Alright, good to know. Alright, we'll be crossing North Carolina. Bryson City, North Carolina is where we'll be going here. Alright, we got that. Let's go. Alright, off. So we don't have a chart for that. Let's go to this chart here. Alright, so we're currently sitting right inside the Smoky Mountains here. We'll be going to, let's see, where is it at? We'll zoom out. It doesn't show it on this chart here. So 24 miles to the northeast. Probably won't really be able to see it since it's a private airport here on this chart. You can't really see it there. We'll have it follow. We got it on here though. Let's see, range, let's zoom out here. Alright, let's go. Let's go back GPS. Heading. OBS there. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're on the right tank now. How's the right tank not burning fuel? I guess it is. Let's get boost pump off. Let's go back to... Actually, let's look at our... Let's see if the checklist will give us anything here. Checklist. Short fuel takeoff. That's what we're looking for. Actually, we're looking for soft fuel, but let's see what we'll get for that. See, do we have short fuel? Oh. Flaps 50, so takeoff flaps is what it is, 50%. Brakes hold. Well, we're not holding brakes because we're on grass. I figured that's what it would be. Alright, let's go. Alright, we got parking brake release now. Landing lights on. We'll just turn strobe lights on now too. Alright, we'll see these guys some other time. Back here and see these cows we slaughtered here on the landing. Turf would definitely be a lot better looking than this. This is just the grass setting that we have it set to that makes that happen. Keep that nose wheel up as much as possible, so applying back pressure. Let's see. Take off there. Try not to hit the cows again. And so we're not going to hold brakes and stop. We're just going to keep that nose pressure up. Not let us get stuck in the mud here and just apply power. Had a much better takeoff than we did landing. Probably take off to the left, climb out to the left, and then circle back. Got push pump off. Alright, we're out of here. Like I said, we're only 24 miles from, so we're not going to wait to see. We'll listen to it. Get a lot of these winds out of here. Guys are looking good. I'm going to assume the frequency is going to be the same for everyone, so we'll leave it at 22 as the back of our 18. That's not the frequency. It's not the frequency I was listening to. Like does that stupid crap. Alright, coming up on 75 feet. I'll try EGT, TIT, we'll check it. Alright, good box. Good there. Got power back to about 75 now. Now we can use some more.
Any major points of interest directly below us, let's talk about the closest city, Hayesville, North Carolina.
Hey, that's where we're going.
Hayesville is a small mountain town that was officially incorporated in 1913, though settlers arrived much earlier. The town is known for its classic courthouse square, which has stood as the heart of the community for over a century. Hayesville is surrounded by the Nantahala National Forest, offering some of the most beautiful mountain views in the region, perfect for spotting from above. The area has deep Cherokee roots, and you can still find evidence of their presence in local archaeological sites and place names.
We're 21 miles out. So we're going to go to 57 November Charlie. Now. 360 cameras. See all around us here. I'll set one up in the back window back there. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that terrible first landing that we just did. We'll try to do better here. We got a hard pavement. We're coming in much shallower. Yeah, it definitely is. Coming a little bit more shallow. Be on point. Getting into here. Try to do better. Hey Sarah, what's the history on Airport 57 November Charlie?
57NC is the identifier for Western Carolina Regional Airport, which was originally built in the 1940s as a military training field during World War II and later became a public airport serving general aviation in the region.
Interesting. Traffic pattern will be 3,000 feet. So that's 2940, but we're around there to 8,000. We got no frequency for this place. Flight track, we got no frequencies for this place. So we'll see what we can do. Again, I'll try to slow it down a little bit better, much better than what we just did. Got 4 more places and we should hopefully have some much better landings this time around. If not, we'll definitely do some other runs. Get it right. 17.4. We're not in any airspace around this area. We are in the MOA, but it starts at 11,000 feet up to 18,000 feet, or 17,999 feet. Tops off well below that city in this area, which is this red bar rectangle area. That's the MOA right now. Awesome infield traffic. Oops. Nope. Disregard. We're on tower. I mean on approach.
Cirrus 256 Victor Mike, Knoxville approach, not talking to Sossaman Field. Stay request.
Alright, we're on right from this. And Sossaman Field traffic, Cirrus 650 Mike is about 5 miles southwest of the field, inbound to land full stop. Sossaman Field. I'm gonna pop it off. Jeez, I cannot or know where actually my OBS now. I have no idea which knob does it. But it doesn't. No, I mean, now let's descend over, flying over the top of the field right now. Let's see where it's actually at. It's behind us here. Out there. We're just gonna get out to the right here and then swing back around. You can actually see it. Watch the airspeed. Okay, there it is. Alright, so it looks like we can come in. Let's just descend first. Let me get over the airfield. We're to make the correct decision on which runway to come in on. It looks like we can land either direction. Maybe not with the trees right there. Engine idle, we said. It's not. Rich. I think the best way is going to be landing runway 10. It looks like that's going to be the best method. I think on the other end there, it's got trees on the end. Oh, it's bumpy. Not power, let's go approach flaps. Flaps. I think it actually be either way. We'll see. Oh, this is beautiful. It's all good out, that's for sure.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let me tell you about the closest city, Bryson City, North Carolina. Bryson City is a gateway to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and was founded in the late 1800s.
That's literally where we are.
The town is famous for its proximity to the scenic Tuckasegee River and the historic Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, which still runs tourist excursions today.
Right.
Bryson City is a favorite spot for outdoor enthusiasts, especially those who love whitewater rafting, fishing, and hiking. The town's charming downtown features a classic courthouse and several buildings dating back over a century.
Alright, we got the field. Jeez, this is beautiful. Watch our speed. Assessment traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is on a 2-mile final runway 10. Let's see though. May have to go in the opposite direction. Just make sure. There's trees on this end as well. Yes, sir. Field in sight. You can hold it. We're high. We'll go around on this one, but I just need some light right here. Yeah, I think it's supposed to come in on the opposite direction.
500.
There's no way to make this work. Let's go around. looks good though. Flaps 50. Let's put up across this one. Flaps up. That's asking traffic. Cirrus and Mike is going around and come back from runway 2. Up in these hills. Let's go flaps 50%. Mountains right in front of us. Keep the nose down. Alright, I have a few. So we make this work. Not be too stinking high. I hope you guys not getting disoriented. Dizzy here. Sorry about that. Power back. Let's get this. We're speeding flaps. And we're high. So I don't sleep. Whatchamacallit. Alright, we're going to go around and try this again. Get back down to altitude. Flaps up. Alright, we're going to try one more time, guys.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let's talk about the closest city, Bryson City, North Carolina. Bryson City is a gateway to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and was founded in the late 1800s. The town is famous for its proximity to the scenic Tuckasegee River and the historic Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, which still runs tourist excursions today. Bryson City is a favorite spot for outdoor enthusiasts, especially those who love whitewater rafting, fishing, and hiking.
Stay at 3,000. Get higher. I'll get on the ground here. 2 go-arounds later. Just stay at 3,000. Need to be. Try not to get beat up by these. And so again, in real life, these bumps will definitely be messing with your head. So you not only have to pay attention to traffic, terrain, but what your body is telling you because of the G-forces from this turbulence, thermals, drafts off these hills, definitely get to you. Flaps, let's go flaps 50%. the heck is the airport? Oh, over there, I see it. Okay. Watch the altitude. Checks, flaps. Now we want to come as slow as possible and just sit it down. Jeez, I'm killing these landings. Terrible. Terrible again. Should be able to slow her down though. Absolutely atrocious. I'm gonna have to readjust my yoke. I did just fix it last night, so I think I'm gonna have to adjust it again because it's a little tighter than I'd like for my for the yoke to be. But this is like the first couple flights I've done with it. Look at this scenery though. Yeah, that landing was terrible. We're just tearing this airplane all to crap. Let's just stop right here.
Turn right heading 090, heading 090, I think you said hotel. That's what I'm
Look at that 7032. Jeez, that was terrible with the bounce. Absolutely terrible. Gotta turn the landing light off. Guess I didn't. But yeah, the scenery. This scenery actually looks pretty good. We for some reason have 2 fuel pumps here. One there, and another one over there. I think one of these may be a part of the default scenery, maybe. Possibly. And we got that over there. We got people out here. We got a freaking eagle or something up here that's stealing a cat or something. We got people. This hand's massive. I stopped the recording. Jeez, that landing was terrible. But yeah, look, we got a eagle up here with the cat or something in its claws. But he's not moving, he's just kind of standing there. It is a cat. It's like a black cat or something. That's wild. It'd be cool if. And we got the kids running around here playing with some chickens. That rooster's massive compared to this kid. And we're looking at got some horses over here. Some massive horses too. It's pretty cool looking scenery though, man, in this area. This would be a nice place to come fly into, but this is almost worse than flying into Sedona. The turbulence and the dealing with the winds coming off these mountains is just absolutely insane. I don't know if it's actually like that IRL, but geez Louise. This guy's ducking from something. I think he's supposed to be over here under the Eagle maybe, because I don't see any reason why he'd be ducking and dodging underneath there. But this area is very nice looking. We got people out here, the building, got people out here doing a picnic. Let's see this view this guy's looking at. This tall grass. It's a nice view. That's some pretty cool scenery here. And this is 57 November Charlie is where we are. Yeah, I set myself up for some interesting flying. They're missing the chair. They're missing chairs. I think that may be one that I did not add. Oh, this view is beautiful though. That's either a massive raccoon or a dog that looks like a raccoon. It looks like a raccoon to me by the face and the tail. But if it is a massive raccoon. But yeah, scenery actually looks pretty good. I like it. Don't know if we'll be flying back here anytime soon. Definitely not in the freaking Cirrus, that's for sure. Alright, so we'll turn around and we're going to take back off this opposite direction. Back the way that we came from. And go from there. Yeah, guy who did the scenery did pretty good. Again, the scenery link is in the chat at the top of the stream, so if you guys want to check it out, you can do so. So we're currently in North Carolina now. Our next leg is going to be going to 24 Alpha. I think this one's going to be as close as it gets to looking like mountain air. But it is very nice looking. The scenery around it looks very cool. I've only seen it, haven't did a fly into it, so all of these are my first time actually flying into it, as you guys can clearly tell, because I'm doing a terrible job at landing in these places. All right, let's go park and brake off. Boost pump still on, make sure it's rich. We're at 1,900 feet. And let's get our next location in. I'm gonna go direct to 24 Alpha. Jackson County, that is it. It's like right down the street. Enter, activate. See if we got a chart for this one. I thought we did. Why is it not letting me type it in? Should be letting me type in here. Oh, there we go. Alright, we do have a chart for this one. We got a little bit longer runway too, and I believe the runway of use is 3-3 if I'm not mistaken. So we'll plan for a left downwind for 3-3. At least we finally have a an airport with the chart on it. Let's see, sunset activate 2300. AWAS is 18.9. Let's get that in for now. We'll get that in.
G overcast at 200.
Shouldn't pick that up already.
Temperature 16. Dew point 16. Altimeter 3023. Density altitude 3300 feet. Jackson County Airport.
Yeah, that was it. Alright, Unicom's gonna be 23 nothing. So get that on standby. 23 nothing. Alright, yeah, so it's showing that the runway in use normally is 3-3. So that's what we'll use. Sunset, takeoff, departures, 15. So what does that say? Visual climb over airport. It says we'll climb airport and request IFR clearance and visual conditions. 6,000 before proceeding on course. Anything else? No, that's pretty much it. All right, Sarah, tell us about Airport 24 Alpha. What does she know about
Airport 24 Alpha is Macon County Airport, located near Franklin, North Carolina. It was originally built in the 1960s and serves general aviation traffic, offering a scenic approach over the surrounding
that's
mountains.
The right one. Let's see. All right, let's go. Oh, actually, I think she might be right. This Jackson County is what it's called. Yeah, the weather in real life does not look good over the area here. All right, let's go. We'll get strobe lights on. Nice light on. We're on fullest tank. Left tank. Let's go up here and make a turnabout. Go back up the same direction here. All runway available. Let's go flaps 50. Use all of this wall behind us. Let's see, where am I at on the trim? Take off section. All right, it's right behind us here. Sassaman Field traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is departing runway 28 to the southeast. Sassaman traffic. We got everything up. Good. Mixture full rich. Let's go power up. Full power. And brakes released. Alright, so 2 terrible landings. We got 3 landings to go. Let's see if we can make better of these before we tear off our undercarriage. So yeah, this airport's literally on the top of the mountain, kind of like a Sedona, a Catalina Island, and like Mountain Air. So like I said, we're gonna try to do our best to make this happen. It shouldn't be hard to see this airport either. Man, it looks good. 10 miles out. And Jackson County traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is about 10 miles northwest of the field, inbound runway 3, Jackson County. Hopefully it's picking this up. Sound. Call it 3,000 and we'll make our traffic pattern about 4,000 minutes. Try to overfly the field as well so we get a view of it. But this will be a very nice approach, scenic approach as well. Just leave a boost pump on as well since not far out. Right. Oh, there it is, right there in front of us off the nose. That's the field
Jackson
right
County
there.
Airport, also known as Silva Airport, K24A,
There she
is the
goes.
closest airport to us right now. It was established in the mid-20th century to serve the aviation needs of Jackson County and the surrounding mountain communities. The airport sits at an elevation of over 2,000 feet, making for some dramatic approaches and departures. Pilots love the challenge and the views. The runway is just over 3,200 feet long, so it's a favorite for small general aviation aircraft, especially those looking for a mountain flying experience. The
Yeah, what up,
airport is
Mike?
also
How
used
are
for
you?
emergency services and occasionally
Nice
hosts
live weather.
local aviation events, where you might spot everything
Love
from
to use
vintage
live
tail
weather, but the live weather
draggers to
is
sleek
terrible.
modern
We won't be able
trainers.
to do any VFR stuff right now if we're using live weather. Let's go 50% on flaps. This happened. All right, we got to do better on our landing this time. Thousand as well. Wait till we get on the ground. You guys will really see how nice this looks. How it's kind of perched up on this mountaintop here. Jackson County Airport traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is left downwind for runway 3, Jackson County. our approach speed. We'll just swing over the top of this mountain and come back around. That ought to line us up a little better. Alright, speeds check. We'll go full flaps. I chop out. Jackson County traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is turning left base to final, runway 33, Jackson County. Two loads. I gotta make sure we still see the airport. Watching our speed. Is very essential. Even told me if you have that, just like driving, looking to the turn. It's not just a static look. Hope that you're doing. Looking to the turn, bring the aircraft with you. Better than we did on the other one. Let's make sure we stick to landing. Updrafts there. Alright, much better than before. 10 times better than the other ones. Nobody's back is broken. But look at that. We'll take off from up here, but we're gonna let's just taxi back. And Jackson County traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is back taxiing runway 33, Jackson County. We'll taxi back up this way for departure. This is just beautiful though. Like I said, this one is about as close as it gets to looking like mountain air. We're already leaned. Good there. Taxi all the way back down and we'll taxi back up. Oh, look at our mark on the ground there. We'll take a look at the airport and be on our way to November 06. And then from there we'll take off and head to Mountain Air. Again, all of these airports that we just landed at are on flightsim.to. Again, the link is in the description. Also, most of these are for 2020. We are on 2020, so just know that as well. Like I said, Mountain Air is the only one that's going to be on, that's from Orbix, that works on both, if I'm not mistaken. Has a cool hangar. Yo, Quartz, welcome in, sir. Don't go look back at those other two landings, man. Just ignore that. Ignore those other two landings. But yeah, airport looks very nice. It's pretty cool. It is our real quartz. It is. We just do the drone in the air. But it is real life. Welcome in, though. Welcome in, our good buddy Quartz. But yeah, this airport is just, this is insane. It'd be nice if there was actual houses up here. There's no houses up here on this hilltop. Just the airport. Like I said, in Sedona, you got to drive up the mountain to get to the airport. And then drive down the mountain to get to the houses. But man, this is beautiful. This is in North Carolina. North Carolina has very nice freaking private airports and public airports that's out here in the mountainous area. Very cool, very cool. All right, so like I said, from here we're gonna go to November Charlie's 06. So we'll fly directly over Mountain Air. We'll land at November Charlie 06, and then we'll come back and land at Mountain Air at the end. But this is absolutely stunning. All right, let's get back in the airplane. It's already 2 o'clock now. We need to get to these other 2 locations and then call it a day. Let's see, we're not. This is gonna be a little longer leg getting up to November Charlie 06. So let's go. Get back in the air. Again, this is 24 Alpha. Again, this is on it's elevation 2857, so 2,900 feet in the air. We got some airplanes in the hangar here. It's pretty cool looking. Let's hop in and get out of here. We got some ground to make up. Parking brake off. Landing light on, leave strobe light on still. Let's go. Jackson County traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is back taxiing runway 15. Jackson County. Flap set. Boost pump is still on. We'll leave it on. Let's switch to right tank for fullest. Check. Elk River, that's what it's called. That's where we're going. It is 81 nautical miles. Yeah, we got to get going. Let's get up this hill. Dip right there. Massive. Jackson County traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike entering runway 15 for departure to the northeast. Jackson County. I got everything going. We can throw lights all up there. Good there. Fullest tank, boost pumps on, lights on. Let's go. Here, we're going to take it right down the hill. Jackson County traffic. Cirrus 6 victim is part of the traffic areas northeast Jackson County. There she goes. Man, I'd love to find this airport in the real world. Yes, sir. Alright, we got a little ways to go. Let's go ahead and move. I got a little flight level change and autopilot engage. Let's set our speed. Passing 5,000 feet. ITT as well. Now, back there. Man, it's life we're living out here. Hey Sarah, any more fun facts for this area? Yes sir, it is.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Did you
gosh.
know that this region is home to the Eastern Continental Divide? Rain falling just a few miles apart here can end up in either the Atlantic Ocean or the Gulf of Mexico. It's like the ultimate water-based coin toss.
That's pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna stay at 100% on the power. Try to get much faster. We got 20 knots on the tail. Going 193. Now let's just do 90%. 90%. I wonder if Michael Jordan would have played at Mount Air golf course out there. I'm sure somebody had that phone in there. So he can play on that golf course. I have to look that up and see about it. Alright, let's see the charts. Is that one we just landed? Oh no, we're going to Elwood. We got no charge. We got 4,500 for the runway. I can't screw that up. Cannot screw that up. Oh, that's cool. Didn't know you could do that. Oh, that is cool. I like this one. That's cool stuff right there. Alright, 45 minutes. Go ahead and change that. 160 and 203 across the line. Elk River is private as well. It's 2297. That option we got. Pattern altitude 45 million feet. So we have any information on it. Alright, Sarah, tell us some history about November Charlie 06.
NC-06 is the identifier for West Wind Air Park, a private airstrip in North Carolina. It was established for general aviation use and is primarily used by local pilots and aviation enthusiasts. The airstrip is turf, which gives it a classic back-to-basics flying experience. Perfect for those who like a bit of adventure on takeoff and landing.
No, it's asphalt.
While it doesn't have a long or dramatic history, it's a great example of the kind of small, community-focused airfields that keep general aviation thriving in rural America.
Sarah, it's actually called Elk River now, and it also is asphalt runway.
You're right, it's now called Elk River and the runway is asphalt, not turf. Aviation keeps evolving, sometimes even the runways get a makeover.
It's true. This is true. Alright, yeah, appreciate everyone hanging out. Everyone's liking this. We did make up a little bit better on some landing there on this last landing. Man, the two before that was terrible. Like I said, don't go back and rewatch that. We killed a cow or two, broke a fence. So yeah, don't go back and look at that. Alright, what are we? 58 miles out. did read up on Mountain Air. They actually has some information on how to approach the ground. They only land on the 3-2 runway, I believe it is, and take off the opposite direction. Kind of like what we just did at 2. It's an upslope from 3-3 to the opposite. 1 upslope that way, so we go down. So we'll land there, and if we were leaving, we take off on runway 1. It said that if we pass up the white bars, from what I've seen in the videos, is in the sim they got 2 set of white bars. I think one of them's not the right one. But it says if you don't land, and I'm pretty sure that's mostly for heavier airplanes. It's like a Cirrus or something.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let me tell you about the closest city, Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville is famous for its vibrant art scene and historic architecture. But from up here, what really stands out is its location, nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains. The city was officially incorporated in 1797 and has long been a gateway for travelers exploring the Appalachian region. Asheville is also home to the Biltmore Estate, the largest privately owned house in the United States, built by George Washington Vanderbilt II in the late 1800s. The city has attracted artists, musicians, and writers for over a century, making it a hub for creativity and mountain adventures.
Nice. So yeah, it's pretty intense. I'm saying, we have 4,500 feet runway, 3,400 feet runway back behind us. Just actually, I'm mistaken. It was 3,200 feet. Elk River has 4,500 feet. Here as 29. This is up factor 10. Like I said, where we are right now, we're going to fly directly over the top of Mountain Air. So you guys at least get a glimpse, and there it goes there on the chart. Not quite right over the top, but we'll see. We'll try to get left so you guys can see it. We'll come back and try to land there. Sarah, so what's the history on 2 November Charlie 0?
November 2nd. Charlie 0 is Mountain Air Airport, which opened in the early 1990s as part of a private residential community designed for pilots who wanted to live with their planes in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Nice. That's it? That's all you got for us? Crash off the other end of the runway. Get this Cirrus down. I've seen some videos already. Quite a few Cirrus airplanes flying there, so I just have to be on my game. Make sure Alright, almost left hand. side here. I don't know if you actually did this. Try to be off our right side. Dude. Pass here. Passing over now. Let's see if you see it on the menu. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, right there, right behind us. That's where we'll be coming back to land into this place. Again, hopefully we don't fly off the other end. So the plan is to land on this side of the runway here. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. You got to come up through the valley here. It says something about when I operated the second valley, getting set up there. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Make sure we don't crash and burn here today. Alright, we'll be 24 miles out. We'll be landing runway 30 here. We're already on that frequency. Go down to 4,500 feet from the altitude. I gotta figure out how to work the OBS. I have literally no idea how to turn the OBS on. No idea. Oh, you know what? It might actually just set it to the runway heading on its own when I select it, and I just line up with the heading. I'm assuming maybe that's it. We do have the C-tab for Mountain Air. We don't have it for any of these others. The only other one we had it for was the first head. We'd have a live agency for that one. We'll go out here, and then, like I said, we'll fly back. Stay on the ground long, so I gotta also still be ready for work. We gotta try to line up.
We're close to the town of Spruce Pine, North Carolina. Spruce Pine was established in the early 1900s as a railroad town and quickly became known for its mining industry, especially mica and feldspar, which are still important to the area today. The town is nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, making it a favorite for people who love scenic views and outdoor adventures. Spruce Pine is also famous among geologists. The rocks found here are some of the purest quartz in the world, and NASA even used local quartz for the windows on the Apollo spacecraft.
Oh wow, I did not know that. That is cool. That's pretty cool, baby. Looks like the Carolinas is where it's at, man. Go to the Carolinas. It's wild because one of my coworkers, the one that I went to go play golf with a couple of weeks ago, his plan is actually to move to the Carolinas. He retires. see why now though. Most older folks like to move to Florida. See, they going to the Carolinas. River traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Golf is about 9 miles to the west, inbound for runway 30, actually 30. Alright, autopilot, fine. Right side. Showing it down, left down. Just gotta make sure I can pass it here. I'm missing. Is it? That is it right down there. Oh, that can't be it. There's nothing there. It's definitely not it. Gotta stay high enough to see it. Right over the hill right here. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Alright, yeah, that's it directly in front of us here. Try to speed out, get out here to the left, a better angle. Helping with the traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is on the left downwind runway 30. We got a golf course right next to it as well. Alright, we're on fullest tank. Left tank is the fullest. Oh, that is nice. There's definitely no land in the opposite direction.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let me tell you about the closest city, Banner Elk, North Carolina.
That's literally what we're
Banner Elk is a charming mountain town that was settled in the late 1800s and is surrounded by some of the highest peaks in the Blue Ridge Mountains. The town is especially popular in the fall when the leaves turn into a patchwork of red, orange, and gold. It's like nature's own fireworks show. Banner Elk is also known for its Woolly Worm Festival, where caterpillars race to predict the severity of the coming winter. The area attracts hikers, skiers, and anyone who loves a good mountain view.
Am I landing the correct way? I don't think I'm landing the correct way. I think I gotta come in the opposite direction. I don't think this is viable of a direction to land. So let's go this way. Yeah, we may have to change this up. I don't think we can land this direction. There's no way we can land this direction. Hey, Elk River traffic. Anyone on the ground can tell me which way we should be landing here? I think we're landing out in the wrong direction here. Let's see. Just kind of look up here, see what it does to us. But yeah, I don't believe we can come in this direction. That's too steep of an angle to try to descend to. I don't see it. Geez, but I also don't see it coming in the other direction either. That is insane. And Elk River traffic, Cirrus 650 Mike is overflying the field at 45 minutes. Golf course looks nice. Runways, I literally have no idea how we land here. Unless we kind of carve through the river and come in runway 12 is the only way I see it. Watch my altitude and speed. Yeah, I don't see us being able to land from that direction. Yeah, what up, Cruz? Yes, that's where we're supposed to be landing. Yeah, we're gonna have to come in and probably follow that road there and land, because I don't see it happening any other way. So we're landing 12. We're just gonna have to swing this around to these freaking hills some sort of way. Let me go around this direction. Watch our speed. Let's see what we can track. We're gonna have to track this road. Yo, this is wild. Watch our speed. This is wicked. No way, man. How is this even possible? And I gotta make sure I don't lose the place. Alright, let's see. We're gonna swing this back around this mountain ridge right here. Come back around for runway 12 is what we're gonna do. Watch our speed. And the Elk River traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is coming back around for runway 12 Elk River. Watch our altitude. Alright, I see the runway through the ridge there. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go flaps full. Yeah, this is definitely VFR only. VMC only. Alright, good on the speed. Let's get that nose down. Yeah, this would definitely be the right way because it looks like it upslopes at the other end. So, geez, I don't know if we can get out of here.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let me tell you about the closest city, Banner Elk, North Carolina. Banner Elk is a charming mountain town that was settled in the late 1800s and is surrounded by some of the highest peaks in the Blue Ridge Mountains. The town is especially popular in the fall when the leaves turn into a patchwork of red, orange, and gold. It's like nature's own fireworks show. Banner Elk is also known for its Woolly Worm Festival, where caterpillars race to predict the severity of the coming winter.
We'll throw out the drone cam from here. But yeah, you can see this upslope right. Yeah, there's no way to land from 30. Look at that freaking mountain right in front of us. Oh yeah, and that looks like the parking area down there. We'll swing around and go down there. This was insane. That This was probably more complex than I think even than the one we're about to go to. Let's see, I don't think we can go down there from this direction. That truck's in the way. Let's just go down to the parking area. Actually, no, we'll stay right here because we're going to take off right from here again. I don't want to do all this unnecessary other stuff. Strobe landing, I'll get those off. Let's throw the drone camera up. He said it won't end well. Hey, fortunately it did. Pretty good landing, I'd say. Yo, this is crazy. You got to really be on your game. I feel like you need a type rating just to fly into here. Get a picture of that. No cars, no walking, no engine starts before 7:30. Yeah, that's the cars. So yeah, it looks like you'd exit down here. Look at the river. Or a little pond. They just got a pond over there. It's pretty nice looking. Man, this is beautiful though. And there's a golf course right next to it. I gotta come to Elk River just to go play golf and to do this approach. I gotta look this up on YouTube now and see if there's any videos of anybody flying into here, because jeez. Yeah, so it looks like the airplane's parked down here on this ramp area. They come in, got a keen air dude. What is a keen air doing coming into here? What is it? Paro? It's like this keen air would be like flying the airline into Paro. This is a Paro. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've never flown into that place on the sim. I've seen quite a bit of people fly it though. But this keen air flying into here, versions around this terrain would be insane. There's plenty of runway to do it, but geez, just to get down and into here. Because I can't see you coming over that hill at the end there and just swooping down in here. I don't see it. It's possible, but I don't see it. Definitely not landing the opposite direction, though, for sure. All right, this is November Charlie 06. I don't know. Maybe you could. That seems very interesting, though. I don't see it. I'm coming through these right through the valley like this, following that road in here, like you do going into Aspen. I don't know. I gotta look at some videos on this though. I'm gonna do it when I get to work. All right, we gotta get in the air before I'm late to work. All right, let's hop back in the airplane. Let's get going. Let's get direct to November Charlie 0. Mountain Air, that checks out. Activate. I want to fly those planes. To fly around these kind of airports, but I'm telling you, Cruz, man. I am telling you. All right, let's go. All right, boost pump is already on. Let me make sure we got 4,000. Make sure we're leaned out properly for this departure. And Elk River traffic, Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is entering runway 30 for departure to the southwest. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go 50% on flaps, not full flaps. There we go. Air speed's alive. Yeah, no kidding, Cruz. No kidding and rotating. Flaps up. Checks. Alright, off to Mountain Air. That probably was more intense than what we're about to land at right now in the Mountain Air. Would not be surprised. Wheels start turning inbound. That was crazy. I don't know, maybe they expect us to land over that little ridge there like we went into St. Bart's, maybe. I don't know. 4,500 foot is not a lot of runway to float down. And keep there, that's for sure. That was pretty intense. There's no charts for this airport either. I see TAP is going to be 2270 for the 2272. Pattern out 5432. So I'm going to read here what the information says we're supposed to do when approaching this airport. Alright, first time landing at Mountain Air. You guys hear me okay? Hopefully the airplane's not too loud. Sounds like it is. Let me turn the set down. Alright, it shouldn't be that loud now. It was up there, it was redlining. I didn't even hear my voice at all. Alright, so it says, let's see. Minimum vector and altitude is 8,000.
At our 10 o'clock, just a mile out, you'll spot the Yellow Mountain State Natural Area. This rugged patch of wilderness is famous for its towering Yellow Mountain, which rises over 5,100 feet and is one of the highest peaks in North Carolina. The area was set aside for conservation in the late 20th century to protect its rare plant species and sweeping mountain views. Hikers love the challenging trails here, especially the trek to the historic Yellow Mountain Fire Tower, built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the 1930s.
Good to know. Alright, so minimum vectoring altitude is 8,000 feet. Plan to overfly the runway at that altitude and visually observe the runway. This way you can assess the cloud cover and visibility, which we don't need to do. We don't have cloud issues. Alright, proceed to the city of Burnsville to the north of the runway at 8,000 feet and start a spiral descent to 5,500 feet over the Highway 19 to ensure maximum terrain clearance. With your waypoint set as 2 November Charlie 0, select OBS awareness to establish, and set to 320 in your course selector to provide you an extended runway center line for situational awareness. To establish the downwind leg. It will be difficult to see the runway at 5,500 feet once established on downwind leg at 5,500 feet. Make your radio call and slow the aircraft down. Lower the landing gear, which will have landing gear to extend. It's already extended. Set approach flaps and fly a slightly wider downwind than normal. You'll see a narrow valley to your right, followed by a wider valley running north to south. Plan your base leg turn at the second valley. Start a descent to 5,000 feet. Slow the aircraft down. You will just start to see the landing zone off your right. Plan your final turn early using a low bank angle. Make your radio call. As you make the final turn, extend landing flaps and slow to 1.3 VSO, which is 30% above stall speed. Make your final radio call and check your landing gear down. Visually pick up the single Q VASI to the left of the runway. Use this to establish your glide path. Note the windsock on the left. Maintain 1.3 VSO as you approach the landing zone. Abandon the VASI and pick up the landing zone between the numbers and the 2 perpendicular white lines across the runway. Go to idle as you overfly the end of the runway and execute a short field landing. Not touch down before the 2 white lines. Execute an immediate go around and re-enter the downwind leg. Alright, well that's what we're looking at. That should be easy, right? That should be easy, right? Yo, what's up, Aviation? How are you? Welcome. We're almost here. What are we? 8 miles out. Almost in the airport. We're still headed north for now. Mountain air traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is about 8 miles northeast of the field. Inbound for runway 32. Mountain air. Down a little bit better according to what was said here. You can do it no hands. Right on. Alright guys, we're about to see about it. We're definitely about to see about it. That's the runway there. Let's go autopilot disengage. Whoa. Get out of that yellow speed. That's why I'm shaking like crazy. It's already bumping out.
Since there are no major points of interest directly below us, let me tell you about the closest city. Spruce Pine,
right
North Carolina.
That's the airport.
Spruce
right
Pine was established in the early 1900s as a railroad town and quickly became known for its mining industry, especially mica and feldspar. which are still important to the area today. The town is nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, making it a favorite for people who love scenic views and outdoor adventures. Spruce pine is also famous among geologists. The rocks found here are some of the purest quartz in the world, and NASA even used local quartz for the windows on the Apollo spacecraft.
I just read all of that, and I'm still ready to screw this up much. Just slowing it down. I gotta find the field first. I think this is it right here. Yeah, that is it. All right, let's start turning. Start speeding here. All right, so it looks like this is the first valley it's in. It says make a wide one. Oh, actually, we should be on that valley over there. That's what it should be. Watch our banking. I see the golf course there. Watch that bank. Behind us. Let's go approach flaps. And there it goes. And Mountain Air traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor, Mike is right downwind for runway 32. Mountain Air. I see the buildings on the end there. Stay at 5,500 feet. Come in over this ridge? I feel like I do. Watch altitude. I'm getting pushed down there. And Mountain Air traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is turning right base for runway 32 Mountain Air. Alright, we're looking good. Watch our speed. Let's go flaps full now. We're still at 5,500 feet. I see the runway edge here. This is wild. Start descending here. Mountain Air traffic. Cirrus 6 Victor Mike is turning right base to final. Runway 32 full stop Mountain Air. Slow it down. Much slower here.
Conquest 3, take us here, I-Park station to D, Squawk Bar, change to about 3, have a nice evening.
500.
Idle, watch the nose. Oh, that was brilliant. We'll take it. Had one bounce, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We got the golf court over here. Golf cart. Got the helicopter out here. We'll take that. Oh, don't run off the end of the freaking runway. Oh, don't run off the runway. That almost got ugly real quick for not using brakes. Flaps up. Let's see if we can even turn this thing around to park it. Have to bounce the brakes here. Pretty sure those rocks would not stop us from going over the edge. All right. Grease the landing and then decide to not use any brakes to slow down and run off the end of the runway. Yeah, zero flare, don't need it. Not for this airport, you don't. I think that's F-L-A-R-E, flare. Control collision with the runway. Alright, we'll park next to the helicopter. Appreciate it, Quartz. What was the landing rate? The landing rate, it didn't feel too terrible. But yeah, we definitely had no flare on that. We sat there right down on the money. I didn't see what the landing rate was. But we're here. We made it here. We'll take that. Alright, parking brake on. Let's go strobe lights off, landing light off, head off. Turn off the thing. We're going to shut it down because we're not leaving. I'm going to take a look at the place and then I got to go to work. Hey, appreciate you guys flying along for these 5 flights. Now, focus, if you really want to see something terrible, go look back at the beginning of the video. We ran over a couple cows and through a fence. Unfortunately. So I'll take this landing over the first landing and the second landing that we did. Those two were absolutely terrible. Alright, let's shut her down here. Avionics off. We'll leave nav light on. Boost pumps off. Shut her down. Yeah, that was pretty good. We'll take that though. Alright, now you guys want to see what the weather actually looks like out here? We'll play that so we can see what we'll switch to live weather so you guys can see what the weather actually looks like. Literally almost ran off the end of the runway here. That would definitely not would have been fine. We'd have ended up right into that house down there. That's what would have stopped us. But yeah, this scenery is from Orbix. Forgot the company who actually makes it, but let's switch to live weather. We can see what the weather looks like here right now. Let's see what the weather. No, I don't want that. Cancel. Just switch to live weather. Yeah, we're live mode now. Let's see. It should update here what the weather actually looks like here. I don't think it's good. I think it's overcast. Actually, it is better now. It looks like it is. Winds calm. No ceilings or so. Let me see if it updates. Debug. Let's refresh. Oh, there it goes. That's what the weather looks like right now. So yeah, again, this is why I did not go live weather. There's no way we were making it in here with live weather. This is absolutely terrible. The whole flight would have been scrapped because, again, we would not have been able to fly into any of the locations. Again, it is currently raining here. Let's see if we can see this at all. Yeah, it is socked in. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to get to any of our airports if we were using live weather, but this is what it actually looks like. This would have been a no-go flight for sure. And that's why they say to fly over to check, make sure the airport is visible. Look at how thick this cloud layer is. This is what's happening over Atlanta area, North Carolina area right now. All right, it's 3 o'clock. I got to go get ready for work, guys. Again, appreciate everybody who stopped by, hung out in the stream, and I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. but this was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, they did say VASI lights. I didn't see the VASI. Oh, there they are. I did not see those little VASI lights. I was not even looking. I was looking straight at the numbers. I was looking right for the numbers. Hello, dear buddy. I'd love to play this golf course here, though. It'd have to be fun playing this golf course here. You do not want to slice one or pull one into this runway. Alright guys, that'll do it for me. I'm out. I got to get ready to go to work. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll be making public what our new airline flight's going to be here. I'll probably do it in a few days or so, because I got to go back to Houston on my days off. So we'll probably start the new schedule when I come back for work next week. But Quartz, appreciate you. Focus, Aviation, JJ, Caleb, everybody else who stopped by, Mike, all you guys, appreciate you guys for stopping by, hanging out. Hopefully, again, you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys on the next stream later.
Juliet Papa, descend to maintain 4,000. November 765 Tango Kilo, 10 monitor your flight down the front. I'm on the tower zone on the ground over your flight position. Contact you from down. I want you to go for 9 seconds. November 6 Tango Papa, fly heading 05.